Coach Craig here. Today's model is about the executive brain and the creative brain. And the executive brain is the thinking brain. It's where you intellectualize things and you're able to categorize things. And that's what is at play when you're going through tasks, when you're planning things, when you're actually executing. And so the executive brain is the logical side. It's the one that knows, like, okay, it's going to take 5 steps to get this done. Let me, plan them out, see how much time it's going to take, blah, blah, blah. Now, the creative brain is the heart. It's the intuitive side. It's like the deep brain. It is what you truly, it's where your passions and your purpose live. And it's where the true meaning lives. And so if you have a desire to build something, that desire is coming from deep within you in your creative brain. And so the creative brain is very connected to the limbic system of the brain. And I'm not a neuroscientist, and these are fluffy terms, okay? So don't lambast me on that. But it's a useful categorization between the executive brain and the creative brain. So stick with me. So the creative brain is when you are in that zone of being able to create, and you're thinking about sort of the 10,000 foot view, and you're able to drift a little bit and really tap into your intuition. Now, here's the key. Most of us are suppressing our creative brain using our executive brain. So our executive brain gets to drive the bus. However, to truly live your best possible life, you have to let your creative brain drive and let your executive brain support your creative brain. And so your executive brain needs to go, yes, Captain, whatever it is you need, creative brain, right? And so when you're able to sort of tell your executive brain to stand down and let the creative brain take over and to drive for a while, it can be a little scary. Your executive brain's like, I don't know how good of a driver the creative brain is, right? And so you have to sort of, you have to train yourself to allow that purpose-driven part of yourself to be the goal setter, to be the one who's going to say, yeah, I know this is scary, but we're going to do this, right? And then your executive brain's like, okay, let me start planning, right? And if your executive brain can fall in line and just sit in the back seat for a little while and let your creative brain drive, then that's where mindset transformation happens. It never happens through the executive function. It's going to happen through a mindset shift of like, oh, I'd never thought of it that way. All right, now we're changing plans. We're going to change our behaviors. We're going to think about this problem differently. So creative brain, go figure out a solution that is using this other pathway over here, not this one, right? And so an example of that might be if you're sort of a technical musician and you start to play a song and you kind of get caught up in the technique of the song, it suppresses the soul of the song. And so you might want to start with just a very simple instrument, like just chords and singing or something, rather than like your primary instrument. Because sometimes that can, get the executive brain involved too early in the process. But I hope that is helpful. Let the creative brain drive and see if your executive brain can create a structure that supports your creative brain. Coach Craig out.